The world is loud, isn't it? Voices compete for your attention, distractions blur your vision, and the weight of judgment tries to dim your light. Yet within you, there is something far greater than all of this. A force so profound, it doesn't clamor for recognition, doesn't demand to be seen, yet changes everything it touches. That force is your silence. In a world consumed by chaos, your ability to embrace stillness is more than just a refuge. It is your strength, your anchor, your divine power. Silence is not weakness. It is not retreat. It is where truth is revealed. When the noise of life becomes unbearable, when burdens press in from all sides, and when confusion clouds your path, silence holds the answers that noise cannot give. It is in these quiet moments that you come closest to the presence of the divine. This stillness is not emptiness. It is the space where wisdom speaks, where your spirit realigns, where clarity rises from the depths of your being. The world fears silence because it fears introspection. It keeps itself occupied, endlessly moving, terrified of what might be revealed in stillness. But you are not like the world. You have walked through trials that would have crushed others. You have known pain, uncertainty, and moments where hope seemed distant. But through it all, you did not break. Your silence was never surrender. It was refinement. Each moment of quiet was preparation. While others sought validation in endless words and fleeting noise, you conserved your strength. You learned to listen before speaking, to move with purpose instead of impulse. This is not passivity. It is wisdom. You do not waste energy proving yourself to those who will never understand. Instead, you walk in quiet confidence, knowing that the time to speak will come, and when it does, your words will carry the weight of truth. Silence allows you to see what others overlook. It sharpens your perception, allowing you to recognize what is real and what is merely distraction. Every hardship you have faced has been a test of your ability to hold on to this stillness. When the world misunderstood you, when people dismissed your worth, when life seemed unfair, your silence became your shield. Not because you had nothing to say, but because you understood that not every battle is worth fighting. Strength is not proven by how loudly one speaks, but by how wisely one chooses when to speak. Heaven sees this. Your silence is not void, it is fullness. It is the sacred space where your strength gathers, where your spirit is refined, where the next chapter of your purpose takes shape. Look at creation. The most powerful forces in existence do not make noise. The sun does not announce its rising, yet it illuminates the world. The moon does not need to speak to command the night. The wind moves unseen, yet its power is undeniable. So it is with you. You were never meant to compete with the noise of the world. You were meant to lead by example, to walk a path that does not seek approval, but instead commands respect. Your quiet strength will inspire others to seek their own stillness, to listen for truth beyond the surface. Silence is not just the absence of sound. It is the space where revelation unfolds. In your stillness, you remember who you are. You recognize that every trial was not a punishment, but a preparation. Every hardship shaped your discernment, deepened your understanding, and refined your purpose. You're not ordinary. You were called to walk a path that requires resilience. Silence is the tool that keeps you steady. Let it speak for you. It carries the weight of all you have endured, all you have become, and all that is still unfolding in your journey. It does not beg for recognition, it commands it. Those who are meant to see your worth will see it, even in your quietest moments. Trust that. Trust yourself. Your silence is not an empty pause. It is the canvas where your destiny is written, the place where strength is forged, the quiet before the moment everything changes. So when the world grows too loud, retreat to your stillness. Let it remind you of who you are and why you are here. The world may not understand your quiet power, but it will feel its impact. Keep going, chosen one. Your silence is your strength. It is your spiritual armor. The world misinterprets silence, assuming it is surrender. But you know better. Your silence is not weakness. It is a declaration of self-mastery. It is the armor that guards your peace, the discipline that preserves your energy, and the wisdom that keeps you from being pulled into battles unworthy of your strength. In a world drowning in noise, choosing silence is an act of power. Every time you resist the urge to react, you prove your mastery. Every time you choose stillness over chaos, you affirm your calling. Silence is not a lack of action, it is a deliberate and powerful choice. It is the sacred pause where wisdom forms, where wounds begin to heal, and where clarity emerges. When confronted with conflict, negativity, or distractions, a reactive response often scatters your focus and depletes your strength. But silence, it stands as your shield, absorbing the chaos without allowing it to take root within you. It is not avoidance, it is discernment. It is the unspoken declaration that you refuse to be drawn into meaningless battles or entangled in distractions that do not serve your purpose. The world may try to provoke you, challenge your convictions, or question your path. People may speak against you, hoping to shake your peace. They may misunderstand your intentions, mock your journey, or cast doubt on your calling. But their words are like dust in the wind, temporary, powerless, and easily scattered. Your silence, on the other hand, endures. It is unwavering. It is a testament to your inner strength, a quiet yet undeniable force that speaks louder than any defense you could give. Silence is not passivity, nor is it surrender. It does not mean you accept every injustice or suppress your emotions. Instead, it is the wisdom to know which battles are worth fighting. It is the discipline to guard your energy and invest it only in what aligns with your purpose. Every moment spent explaining yourself to those committed to misunderstanding you is a moment wasted. Let them talk. Let them assume. Their opinions do not shape your destiny. There will be moments when you feel the urge to respond, to justify, to prove your worth. But before you react, pause. Ask yourself, does this serve my higher calling? Does engaging in this bring me closer to what I am meant to do? More often than not, the answer will be no. Choosing silence allows you to walk away from distractions and focus on what truly matters. It empowers you to rise above petty conflicts, to remain anchored in your mission, and to move with purpose. Your silence carries a presence that cannot be ignored. Those who seek to provoke you expect retaliation. They expect chaos, argument, or defeat. But when you meet them with quiet confidence, with stillness instead of struggle, it unsettles them. It confuses them. They do not understand how you can remain unmoved. And that is because they cannot grasp the strength of someone who knows their worth is not found in the approval of others. Silence is a quiet declaration that you operate on a different level, one that is guided by something eternal. It is not the absence of power. It is the ultimate expression of it. It reveals that you are not bound by the fleeting noise of this world, but are anchored in something deeper, something unshakable. And in that stillness, revelation comes. The world is loud, chaotic, and demanding, pulling you in 1,000 directions. It is easy to feel lost, to question your purpose, or to become entangled in distractions. But, chosen one, the clarity you seek is not found in the noise. It waits for you in the silence. Stillness is not emptiness. It is sacred ground. It is the space where divine wisdom is whispered, where understanding is granted, where truth is revealed. When you sit in the quiet, the puzzle pieces of your journey begin to connect. What once felt like meaningless suffering starts to make sense. The heartbreaks that nearly broke you were shaping your endurance. The betrayals that wounded you were teaching you to seek validation from within, not from others. The hardships you faced were not random. They were refining you, preparing you for something greater. But this understanding does not come when you are consumed by the voices of the world. Distractions, opinions, and constant activity cloud your vision. They keep you restless, doubting, and disconnected from the divine whisper guiding you forward. That voice does not demand attention. It is soft, steady, waiting for you to notice. And when you embrace stillness, you finally hear it. Silence is not always comfortable. It forces you to face truths you may have avoided, to confront wounds you have long ignored. But do not resist this process. It is in this honest reflection that transformation begins. The noise of the world has masked your power for too long. Stillness strips away the illusions and reveals the strength, the purpose, and the calling that has been within you all along. Your silence is not weakness. It is your strength, your protection, your wisdom. It is the mark of someone who does not waver, who is not easily shaken, who walks with divine confidence. Let the world make its noise. Let the voices rise and fall. But you remain steady. You remain focused. You remain unshaken. When you withdraw from the noise and enter true stillness, you realign with the eternal rhythm set by the Creator. In this quiet, you begin to understand. Nothing you have lived through was ever in vain. The setbacks were not denials. They were divine redirections. The failures were never meant to define you. They were lessons, shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, and more prepared for what is to come. Even your loneliness carried a purpose. It was not an empty space, but a refining fire, teaching you to find strength beyond the fleeting affirmations of the world. It pushed you closer to the one who has been with you all along, reminding you that you were never truly alone. Not a single moment of your journey was wasted, and stillness is where you begin to see the threads of purpose woven through it all. You do not need to strive to prove your worth or convince anyone of your significance. Your very existence is evidence that you were chosen. The one who formed the heavens and the earth does not make mistakes, and you were not created by accident. Every hardship you have endured has not lessened your value. It has revealed it. The weight of your trials was never meant to break you, but to shape you for a purpose uniquely yours. Stillness is not about retreating forever. It is about pausing long enough to listen, to receive, to be reminded of what truly matters. It is about making space for the divine to whisper truth into your heart, that you are precisely where you need to be, even if, right now, it does not feel that way. In these sacred moments of silence, you align with a wisdom greater than your own. So, step back, shut out the noise, even if only for a little while. Release the pressure to always do, to always fix, to always have an answer. You do not have to figure it all out today. Simply be. Breathe. Rest. In the stillness, the clarity you have been chasing will begin to find you, not as a command, but as a gentle reassurance that your path is unfolding exactly as it should. Every tear that has fallen, every whispered prayer, every moment of uncertainty, it has all led you here, to this truth. You are seen, you are known, you are chosen. You were placed here for something far greater than you can yet comprehend. And when you embrace the stillness, you will finally begin to see it. So keep walking forward, chosen one. Your purpose awaits, and the best is yet to come. Silence has the power to mend wounds that no one else can see. You who have carried burdens heavier than most could bear, who have walked through storms few could withstand, you are not broken. You are becoming. The trials you have endured have shaped you into someone extraordinary, but they have also left scars unseen by the world. Healing those wounds is not about being understood by others. It is about finding peace within yourself. And that healing begins in silence. When you embrace quiet, you step into a sacred space where noise cannot distort the truth. In stillness, there is no judgment, no need to explain, no demand to justify your feelings. It is just you and the presence of the one who knows you completely. Here, your soul can exhale, and the healing you long for can begin. The world does not need to witness this process. It is not for them. This is a gift you give yourself. Choosing silence does not mean weakness or surrender. It is a powerful declaration that your inner well-being matters. Every moment spent in quiet reflection is an act of resistance against the chaos that seeks to consume you. It is a reminder that you are not defined by your struggles, but by the strength that rises from them. Your solitude is not emptiness, it is a sanctuary. In the quiet, you can hear the voice of the divine reminding you that you are seen, valued, and deeply held. You can feel your resilience stirring, ready to meet whatever lies ahead. In silence, the past loosens its grip, and the future unfolds without fear or doubt clouding your vision. It is in these sacred moments that you rediscover who you truly are, and that is where your true power begins. The world often insists on noise, demanding that you prove your worth through relentless action, persuasive words, or visible achievements. But you, chosen one, were never meant to conform to such fleeting expectations. Your healing is not a performance. It does not require an audience, approval, or validation from others. It only needs to be genuine, to resonate within your soul. There is power in quiet restoration, in embracing stillness as the sacred space where transformation unfolds. Silence is not emptiness. It is where truth takes root, where pain is sifted into wisdom, and where strength is reborn. You're allowed to grieve, to feel deeply, to release what no longer serves you. No one needs to understand your tears, for they are not meant for the world. They are between you and the one who truly sees. Within silence, burdens begin to dissolve. The weight of past wounds, disappointments, and weariness fades as you surrender them to divine hands. Healing does not rush to meet the demands of time. It moves with the rhythm of eternity. Every moment you spend nurturing your soul in quiet surrender is a step toward renewal. Trust that the Almighty witnesses your unseen battles and honors your unseen victories. Even when healing feels slow, know that it is unfolding in perfect order. What you cultivate in stillness today will bear fruit in the days to come. Peace, wisdom, resilience. You do not need to announce your growth or explain your journey to those who do not understand. The light within you will speak for itself. Chosen one, your silence is not weakness. It is strength in its purest form. It is the mark of one who knows their worth, who is anchored in purpose even when others fail to perceive it. The world may try to pull you into its chaos, tempting you to defend, to prove, to respond. But true power is found in restraint. Every time you walk away from senseless conflict, you are demonstrating wisdom. Every time you refuse to explain your dreams to those who doubt, you are declaring faith in a higher plan. History bears witness to this truth. The greatest souls, those called to lead, heal, and transform, did not waste their breath justifying their every step. They allowed their actions, their presence, and their spirit to do the speaking. Silence is not the absence of power. It is its highest expression. You, too, carry this ancient wisdom. You are not easily shaken, not easily swayed. The world may push, provoke, or misunderstand you, but your silence declares a deeper truth. I am above this. I am aligned. I am connected to something far greater than the noise around me. Your stillness unsettles those who seek to disrupt your peace. They cannot comprehend how you, one who has endured so much, can remain unshaken. But they do not understand the source of your strength. Your silence is not emptiness. It is filled with divine presence. You walk a path of purpose, a calling too sacred to be distracted by trivial battles. Trust that the truth will be revealed in its own time, not through arguments, but through the quiet confidence of one who knows who they are. Justice will come, clarity will come, and you will not need to lift your voice to prove a thing. Your silence is not submission. It is the mark of one who stands firm, unwavering, deeply rooted in the unshakable. Keep walking forward, chosen one. You are stronger than you know, and your journey is unfolding exactly as it should. You are not called to turn a blind eye to injustice or retreat from the difficulties of life. Quite the opposite. You are meant to choose your battles with wisdom, to guard your voice for the moments that truly matter. Your silence is not a sign of weakness. It is a reservoir of strength. It does not diminish you. It magnifies you. For when you do speak, your words will carry the weight of truth, the clarity of purpose, and the power of divine wisdom. Reflect on the most profound moments in life. The hushed glow of the sunrise, the stillness that grips the air before a storm breaks, the quiet concentration before a great breakthrough. These moments are not empty. They are filled with boundless potential, with the unseen yet undeniable presence of divine power waiting to be revealed. And so it is with your silence. It is not the void, it is the fullness. It is the sacred space where miracles are conceived, where transformation is set into motion, where your destiny takes form. There will be times when you feel isolated, when the weight of misunderstanding tempts you to break your silence, to defend yourself against the judgments of others. But trust this, your silence is not overlooked. The heavens take notice. The one who orders your steps sees your restraint, your patience, your unwavering faith, Every moment you choose silence, you are choosing growth. You are choosing peace. You are walking the path of those set apart. Let your silence be your hidden strength, the quiet ember that fuels the fire within. Let your actions speak louder than words. Let your perseverance be the voice that testifies to your purpose. Let the light within you shine so brightly that even without words, the truth is undeniable. Those who are meant to see will see. Those who are meant to understand will understand. And as for the rest, their voices were never meant to shape your destiny in the first place. Remain steadfast. Remain focused. Let your silence echo the greatness that is yet to unfold. The divine order of all things is aligning for you. You have been chosen. Let the quiet hand of providence lead you, not with noise and clamor, but with steady, undeniable power, to the purpose for which you were created. For in silence, your connection to the divine deepens. When life rages like a storm, silence becomes your refuge. It is the sacred place where you return to your essence, where you realign with the truth that has been woven into your being from the beginning. The noise of the world is relentless. It seeks to distract, to confuse, to make you forget why you are here. But silence, holy, unwavering silence, reminds you. It is not mere absence. It is the presence of peace, of wisdom, of the still, small voice that speaks when all else is quiet. In silence, you align with the higher forces guiding your journey. The divine does not always speak in words. It speaks in movements, in signs, in the quiet stirrings of your soul. In stillness, you can hear what cannot be spoken, the sacred melody that only your spirit can recognize. It is the assurance that even in uncertainty, every piece of your journey is falling into place exactly as it should. You do not have to force what is already being divinely orchestrated. Trust. Be still. And let the fullness of silence carry you into the life that was written for you before time began. The divine does not seek grand gestures, elaborate rituals, or words spoken for the sake of being heard. It does not require proof of devotion in the form of performance. What it longs for is your presence, your stillness, your willingness to simply be. In the quiet, you become an empty vessel, open and ready to receive the wisdom, love, and direction that have always been meant for you. Those gentle whispers of reassurance you feel deep within, they are not mere coincidences. They are answers to the unspoken questions of your heart, reminders that you are not invisible, not forgotten, but deeply seen, profoundly heard, and endlessly cherished. Beloved one, silence is not emptiness. It is an invitation, a sacred call to lay down the burdens you have carried for too long. In that stillness, you will not always find instructions on what to do next, but you will begin to understand who you are becoming. The challenges that once felt unbearable will start to make sense. What once seemed like senseless struggle will reveal itself as preparation. You will see that every hardship, every disappointment, every season of waiting has been shaping you, refining you, readying you for the purpose that was placed within you from the very beginning. It is only in the silence that you can begin to perceive the deeper connection between your trials and the strength they have been forming within you. When you embrace stillness, you are not retreating from the world. You are stepping into a sacred space where transformation takes root. It is the meeting place between the seen and the unseen, the temporal and the eternal. The world will try to pull you into its rush, its noise, its endless demands, but you do not have to follow. In silence, you reclaim your time, your focus, and your strength. Here you are able to hear with greater clarity, not just your own voice, but the voice of the one who formed you, speaking beyond the noise of doubt and distraction. This is not always easy, especially for you who have carried much, endured much, and fought to hold on to faith even in seasons of silence. Your mind may resist, flooding the stillness with anxieties, with memories of past wounds, with fears of what is to come. But even this is part of the journey. Do not turn away from those thoughts. Sit with them, and you will find that they do not have the power they once held. In time, they will quiet. What remains is something unshakable, the truth of your resilience, the light within you that has never been extinguished, and the presence of the divine that has never left your side. Silence does not merely bring answers, it cultivates trust. It opens your eyes to the reality that every delay, every closed door, every unexpected detour was never a punishment, but a redirection, a means of preparing you for something greater than you could have foreseen. The workings of the divine often move beyond human comprehension. There will be moments when all you can do is trust that what feels like stagnation is, in reality, unseen progress. Silence is not passive. It is an active choice to turn inward, to reconnect with the wellspring of strength that has always been within you. It is a place of alignment, where your soul attunes itself to the frequency of love, purpose, and abundance. It is the soil where the seeds of your future are planted, seeds that, in their due time, will grow. When life feels heavy, when uncertainty threatens to consume you, let silence be your refuge. It does not matter if the world does not understand your path. It does not matter if others cannot yet see the vision placed within you. What matters is that you continue to listen, continue to trust, and continue to move forward, step by step. In the stillness, you will find the clarity to navigate the unknown, the courage to persist even when the road is unclear, and the peace to know that you are exactly where you are meant to be. Beloved one, silence is not merely a pause. It is an act of faith, a declaration of trust. It is your reminder that you are not walking this path alone, that the divine is working in ways you cannot yet perceive, and that your journey is unfolding according to a plan greater than your own understanding. Silence reveals the truth of who you are. In a world that constantly demands more effort, more success, more validation, it is easy to forget. You become entangled in expectations, weighed down by the roles you play, the opinions of others, and the pressures that whisper you are never enough. But there is a place where all of that fades. In silence, the masks fall away. The labels given to you by the world, worker, parent, friend, provider, recede into the background. The voices that once dictated your worth become distant echoes. The struggles that sought to define you lose their grip. And what remains? The real you. The one who existed before the world told you who to be. The one unshaken by failure, untouched by doubt, unburdened by the need for external approval. This is the version of you that the divine has always seen. The one who is already whole. The one who's already enough. Deep within you, beyond the noise of the world and the weight of expectations, there exists something untouched, something sacred. It is the essence of who you truly are, unchanged by success or failure, unmoved by praise or criticism. It has been there since the beginning, patiently waiting beneath the surface, unshaken by the storms of life. In the stillness, this truth becomes clear. Silence pulls back the veil, reminding you that your worth is not measured by what you have gained or lost. No opinion, no struggle, no hardship can diminish the value placed upon you by the one who created you. You are not just another soul passing through time. You were chosen, intentionally formed, set apart. There is a purpose behind your existence, even when it feels hidden. Every trial you have faced, every burden you have carried, and every obstacle that has stood in your way has not been meaningless. They are not random misfortunes, but refining fires, shaping you into the person you were always meant to become. What may seem like brokenness is often the very process through which strength and wisdom are born. Silence allows you to see this with new eyes. It quiets the distractions, silences the doubts, and reveals the unseen thread of divine purpose woven through every part of your life. When you embrace this stillness, something within you shifts. You no longer feel the need to constantly prove yourself or chase after validation. You begin to understand that your worth is not something to be earned. It is something that has always been yours. This realization changes everything. It gives you a foundation that cannot be shaken no matter what trials arise. It frees you from the exhausting pursuit of external approval because you have found something far greater within. This inner strength is a reminder that you are connected to something beyond yourself, something eternal, something unbreakable. Silence draws you closer to this source, the origin of your soul, the one who formed you with intention. In the quiet, Truths long drowned out by the noise of the world rise to the surface. You are deeply loved. You are enough. You have a purpose. These are not empty words, but eternal realities. And when you begin to live from this truth, everything shifts. With this clarity, you move through life differently. You face difficulties with resilience, knowing they cannot shake the foundation beneath you. You pursue dreams without fear of failure because you understand that no setback can erase the divine spark within you. You stop searching for fulfillment in fleeting things because you have found something greater, something unshaken by time, untouched by circumstance. And the beauty of this truth is that it is always within reach. No matter how loud or chaotic life becomes, silence is always waiting. You do not need perfect conditions. You do not need elaborate rituals. All that is required is a willingness to pause, to listen, to return to the stillness where everything becomes clear. In those sacred moments, you remember who you are. You remember why you are here. And once you have seen this truth, nothing can take it from you.